Yeah, that's still a crazy story to tell. I remember when I told my two best friends before I left France, they were like, "But are you sure you're going to meet those five men you've never met and you're traveling? You're going to sleep in their house? Like, you're not scared of getting kidnapped or something?" I was like, "Oh no, it's going to be okay." But yeah, it was actually really, we actually had a conversation about something similar in the studio today about, like, Eric said he doesn't believe in luck. And Joey was like, oh, but I'm sure there's something that you can't explain, and that thing is luck. And I think
Mm.
this goes in between all of that, because there is a truth in like consequences getting you to somewhere, but sometimes there's like something that a little star or something that's helping you, a little angel over your head. I don't know. But basically, the way it happened for me is I was in a band right before Face Yourself in France, and it just didn't end well, sadly. It was like friendships getting broken up and stuff like that. And I told myself that if I let this thing reach me too much, that the heartbreak would be so big that I could not do music ever again. So I told myself, you have to put yourself out there, because you can't like let a bad experience just take this away from you. So I remember putting in my story, uh, looking for a deathcore band anywhere in the world. If it's serious, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I just want to try to do some cool shit with music. And Christian from Diamonds to Dust, who is from New York as well, he saw my story, and he sent me a message. He said, "Oh, I know a guy. He is currently making like taking auditions for a deathcore band. I can send you his Facebook." And it was Eric. Eric made like a Facebook post about taking auditions right now. I'm doing a deathcore band. And so I sent him a DM. I was like, "Oh, I'm really interested for the vocalist role." And he sent me a demo. And so I tried. It was our song Hypothermia. I sent it back to him, and he was really curious. Like, he called me so many times before I ended up joining the band, but just like to get my vibe, to try to get to know me as a person and see how it would work. Because the rest of the band, Eric is like, he is a music video director. So he worked with a lot of bands. He's the one who made the To the Hellfire music video. So he has a lot of contacts, and basically Face Yourself is some of his clients from other bands that he was like, I like those people. I like working with them, and I need people that I know. Like, he basically told me, I remember, I'm taking the best member of each band I know, and I'm doing a band with them.
The Avengers, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And he just didn't know me. I was the only stranger. And so I know that a lot of people auditioned for this role. I know of a few popular names as well. I'm not going to say who to not like name drop or something, but I did hear some things. I was like, it was close call, but Eric ended up calling me. I remember this day. I was sick, so I didn't go to work, and I was in bed watching the last episode of Breaking Bad, and I was crying because of the end of Breaking Bad, with my nose like runny and everything because of how sick I was. And he called me, and I think he thought that I was not reacting because I was not happy or something. But I was like, I'm sorry, I'm just so sick. And I just watched the end of Breaking Bad. And so I got out of bed and I put like my dad on speaker, because I told my parents that I auditioned. And he just started talking to my dad, and like telling him that I would be taken care of, everything would be great, that he's excited for me to join the band and everything. And like, my parents just had like a good feeling from this. So I just like a month later, I took the plane, and I went to New York to do this. I still, like, looking back, I still think to myself, like, this is kind of crazy.
I'm thinking back, like 23 years old, solo, woman coming over to the States to, again, like you said, like meet these people that you've never met before.
Yeah.
And even from your parents' perspective, they're probably looking at it like, Really? Who is this?
Honestly, they were so chill about it because that's the thing is for my previous job in the film industry, I also traveled a lot. I mean, in France and countries around, but it's something that I would do a lot. Sometimes you just like take your makeup bag and you go like 7 hour train just to do like a week of like filming. So I would travel a lot for that. And I think my dad understood, my mom too. My mom is kind of the one who pushed me to do it because I told her, oh, I saw this audition thing and I don't know if I should try it because it's far, but why not? And she was like, one life, just do it. You never know. So
cool, mom.
yeah, they're really cool. My parents totally follow the band. My mom used to listen to metal when she was younger. My parents like didn't understand, I think, the genre right away of deathcore.
Understandable.
Yeah, but they got into it slowly, and I even took my mom for her birthday to a Lorna Shore show. And my dad was here too, and they loved it. And they were like, now I understand, like, you have to be as good as Will because he's like really, really good. I was like, I know, Mom, he is incredible, but I'm not Will. But I wish all the bands on this tour were incredible. But I think that's when they went to this show, they understood. Like, my dad was like, I see like how you guys have codes like the horns, the pits. I understand the breakdowns and stuff like that. Like they understood everything. And my dad also has a yeah, it was a crazy show. But I think they just understood like all the codes and how like it's almost like choreo, things like that. And yeah, they're just really supportive. Like, just like my sister is also a little bit of an artist. Like, everyone in the family does something artistic. So they were just very supportive. And obviously there's always like be careful with this and that, like make sure you're safe. But they were very, very supportive.